Christmas Reverie by Aliph Cheem. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. A Christmas Reverie. Tomorrow, alas, I am booked to go and dine with our Colonel and Mrs. C.O. I hate to depart from my usual way, and tomorrow, by Jove, will be Christmas Day. One feels, now one hasn't a regular mess, it's a bore to go out and a nuisance to dress. And a feed at the Commandant's bungalow is a dreary attempt at Christmas, you know. The punker instead of the Christmas fire, the Colonel instead of the dear old squire, the lizard and withering noonday glow instead of the robin and frost and snow. I know, after all, that my lot isn't bad, but somehow or other it makes me sad at a season like this, when the thoughts will roam, to think what they're doing just now at home. I fancy I see them, the squire and all, in the breakfast room in the dear old hall. There's snow on the drive and the grove of birch, and they're ringing the chimes in the village church. Yes, yonder he sits in his wonted place, with a smile on his fresh benignant face, and the mother, she's there at the other end, and Harry and Jack and Jane and a friend. I wonder whether they're altered much. The dad's crisp hair had a silvery touch when I said good-bye, and he bore up so. And that, why, it's nearly 10 years ago. The mother, too, she was tall and erect, but she's stooping a little now, I expect. And her hair in its rich and glossy bands has been fingered, perhaps, by time's rough hands. But it cannot alter her look so kind. It robs, but it leaves the heart behind. And I see her beam happily round in the way that she always beamed upon Christmas Day. There's Harry, who taught me fine escapades. He's got his majority now in the Guards, and they say that he's leading a steady life and thinking of looking about for a wife. There's Jack. Why, I left him a rollicking lad, and now he's a mate on an ironclad. And Jane, a mere baby in frock and curl, if her photograph's true, is a beautiful girl. They're sitting all round the family spread. There's a pasty of game and a big boar's head. There's holly on window and picture frame, and the fire burns up with a crackling flame. Then the quiet old rector looks in on his way, and bids them a blithesome Christmas Day. And together they walk through the grove of birch, over the stile to the village church. At the graveyard gate the churchwardens stand, with a Merry Christmas and hat in hand. The grocer, the smithy, and Farmer Ball, and the squire has a kindly word for all. Then, when the shadows of night descend, the hall is lighted from end to end. There's a bonfire huge on the lawn outside, and within the mother is in her pride. For she loves this night, the best of the year, and loads her board with the Christmas cheer, the mincemeat pies and the loin of beef, and the grand plum pudding with holly leaf. There's happiness, too, in the old squire's face, as he rises and says the Christmas grace. He chuckles and laughs and cracks his joke, and the party's a party of merry folk. Then he fills a bumper up to the brim. He toasts them all, and they all toast him. A Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone who is near and dear. But I fancy the mother's eyes are wet when the old man says, "There is one toast yet, him absent, the youngster who's far away. God give him a Merry Christmas Day." Ah me, I know that my lot's not bad. but the reverie somehow makes me sad. And this is a time when the thoughts will roam, wherever we are, to the scenes of home. End of A Christmas Reverie by Aliph Cheem, a pseudonym of Walter Yeldham. Read by Ruth Golding, Christmas 2015.